Okay, got some time to work on this a little bit. So I think the movement, after I regulated it a few times, went back and forth, it's at a good spot. I feel confident. So what I'm going to do is open this up and start to get this thing worked on. So I had pre-loosened this. It didn't take much actually. These aren't very tight to begin with. So you just remove this case back, obviously, and let's see here. There should be, since this is not a screw down. This isn't even. I wonder if they even need to pull it to pop it. Let's see. What's the first position do? Right there. No, actually, in first position, you can see right here where it's at. You can actually just, there's this button right here. Let me zoom up, and let's try to brighten this up a little. Right there, this guy. So it's already out. So normally, if you pull it to the first position, you can't push that. You see how it recedes. So it's fine when it's all the way down because there is no screw down. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to, I should really put this on manual, but anyways, I will push that little tab down so you can just pull this guy out, just like that. I'm going to set that aside somewhere. I'm probably going to put it in here. Geez, I hope I don't get these mixed up. Well, at least with this, let's see. Is it noticeably different? Yeah, well, one thing, this is an SKX crown, so it's definitely thicker. So I think it'll be pretty obvious which one is which. So I'm not too worried. And obviously these plastic ones, you see out here, came with some other movements that I had. So that's that, and then all you gotta do is pop out the movement. So, how are we gonna do this? I guess, yeah, I don't have it. Nope, that doesn't just pop out. So we're just gonna lift it up a little bit. Let me use a different screwdriver. Just gonna do what we can to, sorry. Out of focus, and zoom out. Do what I can to carefully find a decent spot to try to lift it up, because all these movements are ever held in with are with basically friction. So I think it just takes a little. I don't want to get near the balance there, or the. There we go. Just lift up, and this just drops right out. So I'm going to set this aside and let this guy run down so I can work on it later. And I should, you know, tape up the, give me a second. Okay, because the movement doesn't have a, any hacking, you don't want this thing to constantly whine, so we're just going to carefully tape, just use some, this is just white electrical tape. Just gently put it like that so we don't accidentally cause more rotor rotation when we're handling this later. And that should be fine. I don't think, oh, let's make sure. I don't think it's touching anything crucial that should be moving, so it's fine, because you'll see that the hand is still moving. So that way, it shouldn't come off. You should be able to let this thing power down, and we'll work on that later. I don't know, probably another day or so. We'll come back to that. And for now, I'm just gonna close this guy back up so we don't have too much of any I don't want any, not even too much. We don't want any dust to fall in there if possible. So that's good enough. And not worried about that. So what I'm going to do now real quickly is I'm going to brush out the sides because I don't want this polished stuff. I'm going to make it more tool. So this one's more coarse. ScotchBrite stuff. Let's see here. To show you real quickly, the gray one is ultra fine, and the reddish one is very fine. So this is what you want to finish up on. And you just need a little strip. So what I'm going to do is take this off because I don't want, because these wool things will come off, and I don't want it to be stuck on here because it could make it abrasive for whatever else I'm going to put on there later. And we're just going to go down the length of it like that. You can compare it to the other side, but this is easy because I don't have the crown to obstruct me. And we're just going to go as evenly straight across as possible. Just brush that. You can see it's starting to take shape. This stuff works pretty fast. I'm going to make it as even across as possible. I don't know if maybe doing something like this would be any better. Maybe. Let's try that. Just curious. Probably can't. Probably more stable than me holding the pad and running it across. Just me going across like this. And you can see how quickly that basically removes all that high polish as much as possible. And then we're going to go back the other way because I'm kind of pulling off of this end. I don't want to go into here as much. Misu! I'm right here. That's my dog barking. Okay. That's pretty good. Looks like a pretty straight enough. And when I'm gonna tarnish this case too. And the thing is, they say you're supposed to sand the surface of stainless steel to remove any nickel or something that's on the surface that's supposedly protecting it, I guess. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm hoping that just by doing this, it's enough. So doing that, and I don't even know if I need to go over it with the fine, ultra fine one, because it's actually pretty decent, and I can see the grain, and I think that'll be fine. Let's see. So I just want to make sure, because this part is recessed, that it did get some brushing, which it does. So let's see. I guess I was doing it like this, and then I will go back around and just go both directions as straight as I can, which is basically following the edge of the sanding strip here that I have. That's will be good enough. Yeah, I mean, this will look good just by itself. Now this is the tricky part because I really don't want to get too much crap up in here. Well, let's see, maybe if I go, how am I going to do this? Because I don't want to really remove the crown to do all this crap. Well, let's see what happens if I just go straight. It's going to get caught on this crown though. If I put some tape over it, it'll smooth it out. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to get in the way. I'm going to have to just kind of, see this? Go off the edge of this, so I don't have to actually try to run the sorry, that dog just, okay, hang on. Excuse the yelling disturbance. I have to get my dog out from the other side of the door. So how's that going? Not bad, not bad. I think it's getting close enough in there. And there's such a, see that I don't have to worry about up in here, like the top of the, you know, where that, I guess the crown would fit into, you see? It's so thin, yeah, that'd be fine. I think this does the job just like that. Just go across. Hopefully it matches one side with the other, the direction I'm doing this. Again, I'm just kind of following this edge here as my guidance for keeping it straight. I don't have any sort of jig. It's all handcrafted, baby. I think it'll be close enough. Let's see. Kids running up the stairs. I'm just trying to get as much as I can, and so forgive me for the, if it isn't the highest production value in terms of putting in an intro and music and all sorts of fancy edits and cuts. This is not my day job, and I have 2 kids and a dog, and so I get in this stuff whenever I have the chance. Usually that means late, pretty late at night. I only have a chance sometimes in the afternoon between dinner, between when I get off work and dinner, just to squeeze something like this in. Let's see. So this is basically what you need to do to give it a bit of a brush polish. And there you go. I think I'll go at it just a little bit more. Maybe I should flip it and see if that makes a difference. Just try to press into it so we can hopefully get into in here. You don't want it to look like it's still high polished and the rest is brushed. You see that? So let's compare it to this side. I think it's close enough from what I can see. Let's go over this one more time. Okay. Yep, that should do it. There we go. Got rid of that. I should probably do it to the, I'd probably do it to the bracelet, the sides too, because they're high polished, I believe. I'm not going to show it, but that's the general process I'll probably do. Just try it. It's going to be hard because it's going to be flexible. So I'm going to do what I can to just brush it down, or maybe hold it and do it across instead. We'll see. But that's the same basic general technique. I'm not going to brush out the bottom. It is high polish. Yeah, doing something cylindrical is a little bit trickier unless you have a machine to do it, and I don't. Could probably do it by hand. It'd be okay, but I don't think it's necessary. You're not going to really see it, so screw that. I think the next thing is I want to try some of this steel. What is it called? Black steel patina, or steel black patina. It's this spray that I found online. It's one of the rare few things maybe that you can just basically spray on this stuff and it'll darken it. And depending how many times you do it, it'll darken it to almost a black. I'm gonna try to get it close to a gunmetal, and then I'm gonna take this and probably, or maybe even a file, something. I'll figure out a way to do this so that I just kind of maybe fade off some of the edges so it's a little bit more silver appears. It's going to give this nice worn look, and I'll see. I don't know if I want to bother with trying to patina the loom. That will require me to pop out this crystal and this ring, which I can do, but maybe I might just leave it clean inside. We'll see how that progresses, but at least darkening the case, and I might do a custom design on this crystal as well. So yeah, look for that next. If not, maybe if the movement has stopped, I might start just swapping out the dial and the hands so that that will be set and on its way, and all I have to do is do a finish on that and reinstall everything, and it should be good to go relatively quick. The only thing extra that might be required is again, if I feel like I want to patina the hands or the loom for some reason, I don't know. Let's see if I really need to go there. Anyways, hope that's been interesting enough for you to watch. Thank you, and watch out for the next episode. Thanks, bye.